Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Was President UHURU Kenyatta a prophet? Why am I asking this question? Because most of the things that he warned us about have come to pass. Most of the things that he talked about have happened in this country. He warned the Kikuyus against voting for William Samoei Ruto, and he tried his best to ensure that the Kikuyus voted to Raila Amolo Odinga. To a greater extent, Raila Amolo Odinga got about 2 million votes from the mountain. And this was huge in my view. And if the servers will be opened, it will be very clear to all that Raila Amolo Odinga won the presidency. Uhuru Kenyatta told the Kikuyus that Raila was the best bet. Indeed, he was against one thing about William Samoei Ruto. One thing that he didn't like people to support William Samoei Ruto is because William Samoei Ruto most of the time does not keep his words. Most of the time does not say what he mean or mean what he say. And it doesn't take a scholar, professor, or it doesn't take rocket science to realize that ahadi nyingi ambazo amekuwa akitoa ni ahadi hewa. Kikuyu businessmen are already crying. They are already waiting. They are already gnashing their teeth. That is why they were protesting in Nairobi. That is why they were protesting against China Square. That is why Gachagua held the meeting with small businessmen in Nyamakima, from Nyamakima, that is, from Ikoba, from Mukuru, Kwajega, from many places. And the reason is because they are feeling the heat of the competition from the Chinese businessmen. Uhuru Kenyatta want the Kikuyus, but they did not listen to him. Asiyesikia mkuu huvunjika mguu. Ni maneno ya wahega ambao walipiga hatua zaidi na kusema ya kwamba usikio la kufa halisikii dawa. Kusema kweli, Wakikuyu hakusikia dawa. Again, he said that although William Samoei Ruto was so much against the dynasties, and saying that Hasra Atawale, Hasra Atawale, Hasra Tawara, Hasra Tawara, Hasra dynasty. Remember Uhuru Kenyatta when he was very emotional talking about it. And people have now come to realize that Uhuru Kenyatta was a real leader, was a true Mudhamaki. The man, though raised in State House, though his father was the first president of the Republic of Kenya, the man is very simple. Uhuru Kenyatta is very humble. Uhuru Kenyatta is very patient. Uhuru Kenyatta is charming. Uhuru Kenyatta does not discriminate people. And he is not a tribal leader. And that is why he was able to entrust Fred Okengo Matiang'i. That is why he was able to entrust George Magoha with the education docket. And that is why they delivered. But when you look at William Samoei Ruto is leaning towards the Kalenjin. And I believe he has no problem with tribalism. And when you look at the way he appoints the cabinet, it's very scary. And I don't know why Kenyans failed to remember that in 2013, when the government ilikuwa nusu bin nusu, William Samoei Ruto nusu, na Uhuru Kenyatta nusu. Uhuru Kenyatta appointed cabinet ministers from almost all tribes. But William Samoei Ruto appointed his Kalenjin brothers and sisters. And the same thing is repeated. And I believe it is wrong kuona kosa likitokea mara ya kwanza na mara ya pili. The other thing that Uhuru Kenyatta talked about, he said that ni vibaya kusikiliza au kufuata mtu ambaye anasema kama ni ni 10, anasema yako moja, yako 2, yako 3 na yako 5. Sasa hiyo yako 5 ilikuwa ya Ruto. You know what that means? And when you look at this country, Kenya Kwanza has been complaining, has been actually criticizing the former regime. Kenya Kwanza has been blaming Uhuru Kenyatta atuliba pesa zote. And when they are telling Kenyans this, I believe huu ndio wakati wa wanaiba pesa, huu ndio wanapora pesa kwa sababu wanataka kujilipikizia mali. This is a government that is on a looting spree, and one day the scandals will come to surface. One day people will come to realize that if there is a corrupt government, it is this government. Look at the way they are telling Kenyans that wanaambia wa Kenya kwamba bei ya uga iko juu kwa sababu ya maziwa ya Brookside. It doesn't make any logic. It is illogical. Bei ya petroli iko juu kwa sababu ya kampuni ya Spectre International ya Raila Amolo Odinga. This one is taking Kenyans for granted. This insult to the intelligence of Kenyans. Ati kila kitu, maisha, gharama ya maisha iko juu kwa sababu ya Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. How do you explain that? Where is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta handed over power to William Samoei Ruto smiling, as he had said. And now, people can see that instead of William Samoei Ruto and his administration focusing on fixing the economy of this country, what they are doing is focusing on politics. From the morning to evening, politics. Na ukiangalia utaona kwamba they are spending a lot of time and maybe a lot of money wakijaribu kutafuta uungwaji mkono, trying to buy loyalty, trying to campaign, trying to register voters, trying to register members to join UDA. Now, Cleophas Malala nafikiri ametumia pesa gapi jana wakati ambapo alipiga kadi kule Kisumu. Look at this government. The government is focusing on politics. When you compare, William Samoei Ruto likes comparing himself to Mwai Kibaki. But Mwai Kibaki was not talking so much politics. In fact, he was against the early campaigns. And if you remember, PNU, the Party of National Unity, was formed at the last minute. I think 3 months to the elections. Mwai Kibaki was not interested with politics. He was focusing on development. But when you look at Rigathi Gachagua is busy insulting Raila Amolo Odinga. Rigathi Gachagua, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Rigathi Gachagua is very busy trying to keep Sakaja away. Rigathi Gachagua is very busy trying to bring Jubilee in as a UDA force. William Samoei Ruto is also very busy meeting politicians from ODM. Very busy eating ugali in State House. Very busy. Instead of focusing on the main issue. And Kenyans have come to realize that for sure Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was prophetic. He was a real prophet. And he is somebody who had favor from God. You cannot tell me that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta remained that patient with William Samoei Ruto. And I don't believe William Samoei Ruto can be that patient. It takes the hand of God. It takes the grace of God for one to have that patience. Patience is a gift of the Holy Spirit. When you look at this government, and one thing that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta has maintained is that Raila is his president. Raila is his party leader. Could this also turn out to be prophetic? Could it be that for sure Raila will be the president of the Republic of Kenya? If we go by what Uhuru had been saying, and most of the things have been coming to pass, it tells that he knows something that many people don't know. Again, when I realized that Matiang'i has jetted back into the country from Britain, I knew that these guys are not afraid. These guys are here and they are going to defend themselves in this country, because William Samoei Ruto's government has turned out to be a witch-hunting government. It has turned out to be a very vengeful government. It has turned out to be a government that is very busy destroying the businesses of Azimio leaders and that of Kenyatta's family. And that is why you see Maboya gesi kileto hapa. This is why you see eggs and milk flooding Kenyan markets from Uganda. Not that we love Uganda very much, but this is a blessing, these guys, for Ugandans. Because, you know, William Samoei Ruto, I believe, he also have some interest in Uganda. You know, he's a very close friend of Kaguta Museveni. Although Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is one person who has played his politics in a very intelligent way. Very intelligent way. And whoever wins the presidency works so well with Kaguta Museveni. He knows how to relate to the regional leaders, especially Kenyan leaders. Again, when you look at William Samoei Ruto's government, you realize that they are not focusing on development. There is one issue they are delving so much on, the issue of housing, cheap housing. But do you think these houses will be owned by the hustlers? Do you think the tenants will own these houses in the fullness of time? After how many years will they own the houses? Because I believe there's more than meet the eye in these ventures. And I believe somebody is pocketing a lot of money in terms of supplying local materials, building materials, in terms of TEDA. Because what we know is that politics is just a matter of interest. And one of the reasons why you see many politicians joining Ruto's camp is because they want to gain politically. Is because they want to gain financially. And even if Raila Amolo Odinga was declared the president, I believe this could have been the case. And I don't think there is anyone who could be remaining in UDA. Wengi wangekuwa wameshaingia katika upande wa Raila Amolo Odinga. Now, the days that have been waiting for are at hand. And when I was